What's going on, YouTube and Dolphins fans? We're back. Um, Decided to hop on here because I feel like we haven't talked about some of these prospects enough. Um, as far as the prospects that we are looking forward to taking with our first pick, so the sixth overall pick. We really want to dig in and kind of talk about these top prospects and see, who fits our team the best, the pros and the cons, and then who me and Randy would both take if we were on the chair. So with that, I think we're ready to get started.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go ahead.
All right. So the first guy I want to talk about is a position I guess technically we do not need. We're going to talk about Kyle Pitts out of Florida. Um, we all know Kyle Pitts is a tight end, and I believe he said that like I'm a tight end. I want to be I'm going to be the best to ever do it, or something like that. Good for a kid coming out of college to say that. I always like the confidence. I don't think he said it in like a cocky way. It wasn't like arrogant or anything. So good for him. We all know, we've all seen Kyle Pitts is an absolute monster. He's probably borderline the most talented guy coming out of this draft.
I think as far as people who catch the ball, he's the most raw, talented type. And I also think that he can block more than people say. People say he can't block or that he's not a good blocker. If Mike Gesicki can't block, he is like Durham Smythe compared to Mike Gesicki. He can absolutely block adequately. He's so talented. I've watched all of his games this year. He's dominant, run game, pass game, whatever. And he can line up out wide too. This is what kind of makes him really special. Is he can line up on the line, in the slot, or out wide. Like, I'm not even sure we put Gesicki out wide too often. And he's also more dynamic of a pass catcher than Gesicki, if you can even imagine that.
Yeah, we really need that three down tight end. Gesicki, as far as first down, if it's a rundown, he's not very often involved in the blocking aspect of it. Not to say he's never out there on first down, but it can tip off certain plays. So a three down tight end would be nice to have. The blocking is a big priority, and part of that three down tight end, you got to be able to do, both parts of the tight end. I always said Gesicki and Smythe complemented each other because Gesicki was half a tight end and Smythe is half a tight end.
Yeah.
You know?
Put them together, you get a one
Yeah,
actual
put it
guy. And
together, you get one good tight end.
I think Pitts is a good tight end. I think he would. I think it's justifiable to draft him at 6 based on his talent. The cons, I guess, would be we really, really need a receiver who can like really stretch the field, really good route runner. It's more of a. I don't want to say it's a luxury pick. No, I mean for the Dolphins, I think we need dynamic pass catchers, and he can be that. Just yeah, I mean, I like Kyle Pitts a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's not a lot to say that's not good.
Yeah, definitely. If he's there at 6, which he probably will be, maybe, it'll be tough to turn it down.
Yeah.
The next guy we're going to talk about is going to be Jamar Chase. Of course, we know Jamar Chase didn't play last season. He played in 2019 with Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson, along with Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. Jamar Chase was probably the better receiver out of him and Jefferson as far as stats wise, I think.
Yeah, I mean Chase was like dominant
Yeah.
when he played.
Yeah. He had a great pro day.
Yes, he's
Well,
really athletic.
yeah, pro day. We'll see exactly if those numbers get better or worse come the combine. We know home teams can sometimes skew their numbers. So we'll see come the combine if those are accurate. But Jamar Chase
There is no combine this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, giving you a heads up, it got canceled due to COVID, so these are the only numbers we will get.
Guess I missed out.
Yeah, that's gonna be that.
Prospects. That's great for these prospects.
Yeah, that's really good for them. They can kind of fudge those numbers a little. I think Chase is so good and dynamic. Maybe I'll talk about the cons. There's so many pros. He's just super athletic, really physical. He's kind of like he would bring a spark that like Jarvis Landry kind of brought to the team. He would bring that level of now he's not the same type of player at all, but he'd bring that level of energy and spark to the offense. He'd be dynamic right off the bat. I think the only con is he's not the best route runner of the receivers we're going to talk about. He relied a lot on his raw athleticism, and maybe in college you can do that. I'm not going to say it won't work for him, but he's going to have to learn. He was really young. He was 19 when he had that breakout season. So I think he's a little raw.
Yeah.
He's actually the most raw, I would say, of the people we're talking about.
Yeah, and he had a lot. He's not a deep ball receiver, but a lot of his catches were a lot of deep. A lot of his touchdowns were deep ball touchdowns, and he made a lot of contested catches. So it's kind of that dynamic of to a struggle to throw the deep ball. So do you want to get the guy that can make those contested catches to help him with the deep ball, but may not get open? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, but I mean, we can't knock Jamar Chase. Like
No, he's
he's
also true.
probably
He's the true number one. He's the
yeah.
Batman. Like Devontae Parker becomes Robin if we get Jamar Chase. He is
My
Batman.
my
So
I my logic behind Jamar Chase is you're looking to draft a number one guy for the next 5 to 10 years, right? If I had to pick one guy out of this draft who's going to be a number one guy, I'd probably say Jamar Chase will probably have the best career.
yeah, probably.
So that's my opinion on that. All right, so the next guy we're going to talk about is former Heisman Trophy winner Devonta Smith.
Hmm.
Of course, we know the connections he has with Tua, um, the Slim Reaper. We know he's just as talented as any other receiver in this class. The big knock on him is, of course, the size. Um,
Which has never been an issue for him in any way, shape, or form. I just want to
yeah,
remind everyone he's never struggled to play because of his size, and he's never had injuries. He had one injury his whole college career, and it was a finger injury, which has nothing to
yeah,
do with his frame.
yeah,
So
exactly. But he is going into the NFL. These guys are bigger. Those college guys that are smaller aren't there. Running across the middle might scare him a little bit more now, with these NFL linebackers there. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you take this on Devonta Smith.
I love Devonta Smith. I really like his film. Something that he brings that the others don't bring. He is the technician. He is the Chad Ochocinco of this draft. He is so
Good
good at the
comparison.
line of scrimmage. His releases are much better than Chase. His route running is a lot better than Jamar Chase. He can also high point. He's got really strong hands. He can win the contested catches, but he gets open. And him and Tua have like 4 years of 3 years of combined chemistry together. Um, I think that there's a really legit chance that even if all of these players are on the board, Devontae Smith is added because he's a Flores guy with his attitude and he's a Tua guy through experience. So I think that he's not as dynamic as Pitts or Chase in terms of just physical specimens. He's not that. He's more of like he had to work very hard on his craft and he's mastered his craft to get him there. And I think he's the most polished receiver in this draft. Maybe not the most athletic, but he's the most polished and he can kind of do everything. I would put strong consideration just as much as the other two. I put him on even footing with the other
I
two.
agree. A lot of people are forgetting what Devonta Smith did last year. It's like his size. Everyone knocks him down the draft board. Well, not. I'm sure the NFL GMs know more than these fans, but a lot
Yeah.
of fans knock him down the draft board just because literally of his size. Um, and if it's me, any of the three we've talked about, Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, or Devonta Smith, if they're there, it's a draw. I don't know who I would take.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not making that decision.
Me too.
But to say that Devonta Smith is like third and definitely like not the top two, that's you can't say that. I mean, we saw what he did last year. He won the Heisman, and
And he's been doing it, unlike Pitts and Chase, who have done
yeah,
it one year really
exactly.
well. He's been doing it since 2017. He won the national championship with Tua in 2017. He's been consistent, and I don't know why he went back to Bama, but he went back and got his second national championship ring, and he dominated that game. I mean, he really, really dominated
In
that
the
game.
first half too.
Yeah, only in the first half, and he had like 4 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns or something in the hardest game you can possibly play in
Yeah.
college football. He's ready.
Yeah. All right. So the next guy I want to talk about might not be there too. Some of these guys won't be there, but the next guy we're going to talk about is Penei Sewell.
Uh, so the reason we're going to talk about Penny Sewell is like in a typical draft, he probably wouldn't get to 6, but because of Pitts and Chase, and I mean, I think that it'd be hard for him to get past the Falcons unless the Falcons go quarterback, and then he
Yeah.
could go past. I don't think the Falcons need a receiver. I don't think there's a reason for them to take Pitts or Chase. So, as far as Penny Sewell is a prospect, he's very strong. very athletic, very dynamic. It kind of bothers me. He's also very young. It kind of bothers me that he didn't play this last season because you'd really like to have seen him play since he was like 20 years old when he was playing, and
Yeah.
the level of competition he faced kind of bothers me. Um, I
What
can't
about his
say.
YouTube? What about his YouTube page? Does that bother you?
Yeah, his YouTube page bothers me. Go check out his YouTube page. He doesn't seem like a Flores guy.
What's his YouTube page?
I don't know. It's him and
Maybe
his
I'll put the
girlfriend
link.
make these
If I can find
videos.
it, I'll put the link in the description if I can find it.
If
But
he
it's
can
about
find
his
it,
girlfriend. Yeah,
yeah, it's him and his girlfriend, and they're doing like I don't
it's
know.
very cringy.
It's very cringy, and it doesn't seem like a Flores type of move.
Nah.
Um, you know what's scary?
The one thing we both noticed in
Yeah,
that when we watched his videos was the one thing Penny Sewell said was, "I'm just trying to get the bag."
yeah, really cares about the money. I'm very.
And when he said that, I was like,
Do you
"Ooh,"
know what? I'm gonna say something really
which of course
controversial.
all these kids are, but
Yeah, but you don't say that. I want to say something really controversial. And we have a few enough viewers that if I say this, no, nothing's gonna happen. He gives me. Everyone's gonna disagree with this take. He gives me Dion Jordan vibes in the fact that he's like this super athletic, overhyped Oregon player that is gonna go really early and probably only cares about getting this first like it's almost
it's
Isaiah Wilson vibes, and I can't compare that. I mean, it's not fair because Penny Sewell doesn't have character concerns. He doesn't have drug concerns, but there's just something about him that I feel so much more confident taking a pass catcher. I don't know
yeah.
why I get those vibes. I mean, I know people can be like, he's not Deion Jordan. No, he's not Deion Jordan. It's the vibes of like, is something
Yeah.
bad going to happen?
I
That's what
think
I'm
it's just the
thinking.
fact that he sat out. I think that's kind of
Dude, he
off-putting.
sat out to protect himself. He's talking on his YouTube channel about caring about. I don't think this is going to, probably not
Yeah.
going to be the pick.
And I'm sure Flores has seen this if we've seen it.
If
I
we've
mean,
seen it, Flores has seen it,
yeah.
and so has Greer.
So we'll see.
But he's a good player. I want everyone don't get this wrong. He's a good tackle. He's probably the top tackle prospect.
Yeah.
Tackle's also not a top need for us
Yeah.
desperately. It's a need,
Yeah.
but it's not desperate.
All right. The last guy we're going to talk about, and then we do have something else we're going to do after this. The last guy we're going to talk about is Jalen Waddle. Um, I'll start this one off. Personally, I like Jalen Waddle as a prospect. I don't like him at 6. You know, I told you this before. I didn't even know if we would even talk about him at 6.
Yeah,
But I'm not picking Jalen Waddle over Devonta Smith, Jamar Chase, or Kyle
me
Pitts.
neither.
But if
So
they all happen to be gone and you need, I mean, at that point, the receivers are getting pretty thin. I wouldn't mind picking Jalen Waddle over Penei Sewell, maybe.
yeah, I think Jalen Waddle, he's different than the other receivers. You know, we've named all of these pass catchers and how they're all different. He's the most different. He's the shortest, fastest one, but he's also not as adept in his route tree as like Smith is, but he's also faster than Smith. He can still's got good hands, but not as good. He's the option if the Dolphins think that you need like the Will Fuller like complement, someone who can also play the Will Fuller role, because that's what he would be. I think that you can get better value by drafting one of the other guys. So for the purposes of like us, we're probably not going to gravitate towards that pick. But some
Yeah.
people are really high on him, and we're high on him as a player, just not for us at that pick.
Yep. All right. So we have wrapped up our prospects. Now the big question comes in. At number 6, if all of these prospects are hypothetically available, who is your favorite and who are you picking?
There are two different answers to that question. My favorite is
One
Smith,
person. Give me one person.
but my favorite and who I'm picking are different. All right, I'm taking Pitts if he's there. I can't literally can't pass up. I can get a Devontae Smith and I can get a Jamar Chase. There's one in every draft, right? There's always a number one receiver in every draft, but a generational tight end. You never ever see those. TJ Hawkinson went ninth out of Iowa, ninth to the Detroit Lions a few years ago. That's not a generational talent. Like that's like Pitts and Hawkinson are not even in the
Yeah.
same realm of conversation. So I'm drafting Kyle Pitts because he is the most unique, the most special, and he can do multiple things for you. I think he's a matchup nightmare, right? Anyone can cover Jamar Chase with Jalen Ramsey, with an Xavier Howard, whatever. But like, what do you do when you have to account for Kyle Pitts, who covers him?
So you're
So
picking Kyle Pitts.
yeah.
Okay. If it was me, man, it's so hard. I love Devonta Smith.
Me too. I'd take him over Chase.
I love Jamar
Me
Chase,
too.
and I love Kyle Pitts. If I had to pick one, if I'm on the clock at 6 and all those three guys are there, I'm going Devonta Smith.
I love that answer. I would love that pick.
And
I wouldn't be upset at all. It's hard to
that's
say. He's the best fit for the Dolphins. You heard it here first. He is the best fit for us. Is he the
yeah,
best player there? I don't know. Is he the best fit for us? I think so. I think he's the number one receiver who's got the route running, who's got the chemistry with Tua. It's the safest pick, and I
yeah,
like that.
yeah. I
I
I
like
would
it
put it in for Devonta Smith, and I know people disagree. I know Devonta Smith's stock's been falling lately. I
for
don't
no
know why.
reason.
Yeah, I don't know why people change their minds, but I'm still getting that Heisman Trophy winner on my team. So
Yeah, me too. I mean, well, I'm taking Pitts, but I really really like Smith.
yeah, I'd be happy with any of those three. So we'll keep it there. All
Cool.
right. So next, if you want to pull it up,
Okay.
we are going to do our mock draft 2.0. Not going to spend too much time on the first pick. So me and Randy are going to have to come in agreement on who we're picking at 6,
Yeah.
and then we'll go from there and finish the 7-round mock draft. But this is mock draft 2.0.
Before I pull it up, you need to enable participant sharing.
Okay. Sorry
So,
about that.
no, you're good.
Hold on one
They don't
second.
care if they made it this far. They can wait. They can go through us
There you
pulling
go.
up and sharing my screen and all that stuff. So,
Here,
can you see
I'll
it?
burn some time. So until you pull it up, well, it looks like it's up, but anyways.
You got it. I think we're gonna be ready
Today,
then. Should I F11 this? Let me see if that makes it full screen, right? No,
uh,
it's not gonna. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
That's good.
So today, I like to tell you guys what I'm wearing. Today, I am wearing a SpongeBob hoodie. And Randy, do you know who I'm wearing this in honor of?
Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker.
He's the only
Big
player I know that
SpongeBob
loves
fan.
SpongeBob.
So Devontae Parker, Devontae, DVP, whatever you want me to call you. I know you're watching. Just want to say, I like SpongeBob too. So maybe we can connect sometime, hang out, watch some SpongeBob.
I think we should have him on the channel.
Yeah, yeah. I'll give him a call. See
Yeah,
if he wants to
give
hop
him a
on.
call, see if he wants to join us.
Yeah, yeah. All
Okay,
right.
are you ready?
Mock draft. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. So, all right, looks like we have our choice between Pitts, Sewell, and anyone else we want. The people that went off the board, the first 4 picks were quarterbacks, and only Chase went off the board. So we can pick now between Pitts or Smith.
11. What kind of disrespect?
Yeah, he's 11 on this. He's 2 for us. He's right after him. He's
All right, so
one and
let's make it quick. Let's make an agreement here. Who are we picking?
2. I
I'm
think,
voting Devonta Smith.
and I'm voting Pitts because we can get a receiver later, but we can't get a tight end later. So, but that's
All
why
right,
I'm voting. Why?
all
But
right.
I also really like Smith. If you want to go Smith, we're going Smith.
Let's go Pitts. Let's go
Okay,
Pitts.
let's
Let's
go
see how
Pitts
this
because
turns out.
we can get a receiver later.
There's Waddle. There's Smith to the
Najee,
Pats.
this is a no-brainer for us. I just want everyone watching to
Yeah,
know.
we're not even gonna talk
We
about
don't
it.
have to talk about it. Najee Harris is the pick at number 18. No questions asked. I would trade up to get him. You heard it. I would trade up to get him. So far we have Pitts and Harris. So we could still afford to get here. We could get a linebacker. We can get. I actually am comfortable.
You want to see what receivers are there?
Only like Elijah Moore,
Damn,
Rondale
Tony.
Moore.
Tony just got drafted. Kadarius Tony.
I think you should look at the people who are on the board now and at the positions that we can really realistically we can go linebacker here or I want to go center. So because I mean we need linebacker or center and we can live without any of these. I would like to go center.
I don't like Jason. How you say his name? Jason
No
Owe.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Jabril Cox there?
Of course, he'll be there at the next pick.
Lower down. Okay.
He'll be there lower down. Look at these people here because we have a pick 10 later. So look at everyone
Okay.
from Creed
Let's-
Humphrey down.
We can do Zayvon Collins.
Just know if we take him, we might not get a center here. So we're gonna have to go center
You don't
later.
think Humphrey?
I like Creed Humphrey. I like Creed
You don't
Humphrey
think
because
Humphrey and Dickerson will be there in 10 and
one of them might
14
maybe.
picks?
We're taking a risk, but I also kind of agree with taking the linebacker and taking one of these two with the next
Best.
one.
Let's go best player available. So Who-
Pick a linebacker, Bolton or Collins, because we're gonna gamble, right, and say that these
You
two
mean
will be available.
whoever's faster?
I have no idea who's faster.
Who's
I
more of a
think
cover?
Collins a better player.
Who's coverage?
He can do everything. Zayvon
Also,
Collins can do everything. Nick Bolton's like the Mike. But dude, this guy's 6 foot 232, and Zayvon Collins is like 260, 6'4".
yeah, let's get Collins.
Collins. I think Collins is a better player. But now we're
Sure.
gambling. I'm telling you right now, if a center is there, we're taking. Oh, hopefully Creed is on the board. Stay on the board, Creed. Oh!
Oh, pick
Oh!
for us.
And Nick Bolton's still there. Okay, we picked wrong.
Okay.
Uh, all right, all right, all right. I think we need to go edge here.
We haven't gotten a receiver.
Yeah, but we can get one later. If we don't get an edge now, we're not getting one. I think that we should probably go like Greg Russo or something. Like we're
All
going
right,
by needs,
yeah,
right? We have.
I agree. Let's get Edge.
I think Rousseau is the best fit
Yeah.
of all the
I
edge.
think we messed up with that Collins pick, but we're gonna keep going.
Okay, we didn't mess up. We didn't. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Did we mess up? If the Dolphins draft Kyle Pitts, Najee Harris, Zayvon Collins, and Greg Rousseau in these picks, are you gonna be mad?
No.
No. We'll get a center later. We'll get a receiver and we'll get a center as we go. Look, we're almost on the board again. The receivers. I think Quinn Miners just went too. Okay, there goes the other center that we could get. Okay. Do we want to look by position or do you want to go? What are you looking for now? Because Josh Myers plays center for Ohio State.
We can send it in.
See, we need a center, right? And this is the last chance.
Yeah, I don't mind
So look,
getting a.
starting NFL starting center,
Let's do it.
and it's 312, 6'5". He projects as a starting center, but his fit is going to be dependent on the responsibilities offense requires. He's a big-bodied center with pleasant level of lateral mobility. Good mobile center. I think we got to go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I actually don't think we have a choice. So, and this isn't bad. It's probably our third choice, our fourth choice at center, but we're going with what the board dictates. So right now we've addressed tight end, running back, linebacker, edge, and center. I think that's really good. I think we should probably look to do receiver. Although I'm going to say at the sixth pick, we addressed pass catcher. Not just tight end. Pass catcher.
Yeah, there's gonna be limited receivers here now.
Yeah, but there's some guys later on in here that'll be fine. We're almost up. We're coming up now.
Dalen Hayes.
Dalen Hayes. He's going to be there.
I like Richard LeCount too.
I know, but I think we should look at the board more closely because I think after this pick, there's a bigger break between this pick and the next pick. So we have Hayes. We have
What
Richard
receivers are
LeCounte.
there?
Let's
Let's just
see.
sort it by receivers. I'm just curious.
I like a lot of these people. I like Daz Newsome out of North Carolina. He's really good. Anthony Schwartz is like a speed guy. This is like a guy who played for Auburn who he's like 6 foot, 180. He runs like a 4.3 or 4.2. I also like Shai Smith who did really good at the Senior Bowl. Like these all of these guys are good. I don't know anything about Marlon Williams.
Do you wanna pull the trigger on one now?
Yeah, probably. I don't think our next pick comes for a while. So I think if you want one of these guys, they're
Okay.
all going to be gone. Just to pick
Let me
one
see
of them.
Daz Newsom's
His
measurements.
measurements. He's 5'11", 190, but he's also like he's pretty good. Like he's a starting slot receiver and he can do punt returning and stuff. I think it's hard to tell between these. The fastest is Anthony Schwartz. Probably the best one is Shai Smith, but Daz Newsome can like do a lot. I don't know. They're all. It's kind of what flavor you decide.
Gotcha.
I think that he's.
We
I
can
think,
we can go with him.
yeah, I think we should go with Daz Newsome. No one's gonna be. This guy will be good no matter what. So, I've seen a lot of his like UNC film. He's really good. Him and De'Ami Brown to me are like pretty interchangeable. See, look now, all of these guys are gone. So that was the last chance we had for a receiver. Wait, did I just put it at edge? No, I put it at all. Okay. Look at all these edge players here.
Shaka Tony.
But look at what we addressed here. Look at what we did. If the Dolphins had this draft, I'd do somersaults. I'd do a backflip. Pitts, Harris, Collins, Rousseau, We got a center in Josh Myers, Daz Newsome. Uh, let's see. Is there any position you want to address? Because at this point,
You want to
like,
look O line or what are you
no, we
looking
got a
at?
center. I mean, it would be looking at like backup tackles at this point.
Yeah, like a
Is there any
gadget guy.
position that like quarterback or something or like
No,
safety?
safety.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was looking at
DB.
safety. I don't know who these people are though.
Lamont Wade.
I don't know who
Uh,
that is. No, and he's not even gonna get drafted. What about running back? I don't really know any of these guys. D line, inside D line.
yeah, we can go for. Oh my gosh, look at 351. Myron Tungavailoa.
Yeah, dude, we should get to his cousin, Myron Tungavailoa. Look, Tungavailoa Mosa. Dude, he's not even being talked about as being drafted, so I don't know about that. OT, I
Let's
don't
go
really.
best player available.
You don't want to look at
Cool.
the quarterbacks. You don't want like KJ Costello or
Nah,
like
because all those guys probably go undrafted.
probably the best players available. This is an edge guy. I wouldn't mind doubling down on edge.
Yeah, me neither. That's what I'm.
This is 265, 6'3". This is more of like an outside linebacker kind of guy. He's like an Andrew Van Ginkel. Malcolm Kuntz out of Buffalo. Nah, this guy's like 248, 6'3". I don't know about that. Developmental edge rusher. Um,
We don't need another
Jalen.
receiver.
No, I like Josh Kando at edge because I've seen him play at Florida State. He's like, let's see, 6'7", 247.
Ooh,
Looks kind of
that's a big
lanky.
boy.
Yeah, he's kind of big. Six
I
seven,
like
two
it. I
forty seven.
like it.
We want to go with him? Double down.
I could use an edge. 6'7" pretty attractive.
Let's go for it because we have an edge, but this is like our fail-safe edge. That's our
Yeah.
last pick. The draft will end here. But yeah, I like this better than our first one.
Yeah. I have to go back and look at it. I forget.
All I know is that these picks, I wouldn't be upset with them, and even if only the first three hit, I would still be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because like, you can live without like Daz Newsome is like competing with like Jakeem Grant.
Yeah.
Like, and the edge players, they can duke it out for a spot on the roster. And the first three people are dynamic. Like, these are top prospects. So,
Yeah. I mean, if we get the first two guys, I mean,
if
I'm
we get the
happy.
first two, if we get Najee Harris, I don't care what happens in the rest of the draft. I
Yeah,
don't even
Najee
care.
Harris at 18, and then any of those guys at 6, and I'm happy.
Yeah, any of the guys at 6. It'd be so hard to mess that pick up. And
Yeah.
that's all that really matters for us.
All right. Well, we are all done. So mock draft 2.0. We are about what 1 month away from the draft.
Yes.
1 month away from the draft. I'm sure we are as excited as everybody else. We'll drop mock draft 3.0 maybe like a week before the draft.
Right
And maybe
before.
yeah, we might do some player highlights for our number 18th pick. That might be our next video.
Okay.
Talking about different prospects we could pick at 18.
Cool.
Any closing remarks?
Yeah, comment, like, subscribe. We went over this with Chris Greer before, sending it out to you
Devontae
guys.
Parker watches our videos too, and he likes and comments on every one. So if you want to be like Devontae Parker, just do that. Just like and comment.
I think that that's a really good point. If you want to be like Devontae, like and comment on this because that's the closest thing you can do to be anywhere near the realm of greatness that he is. And he'll tell you that that's step one in his off-season program right now is keeping up with our videos. So
Absolutely.
thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next
All right,
one.
guys.
Fins up.